have been bumped down the pecking order when you go to the web.
Start with this hilarious story. Apparently, palace officials have been trying their hard to strip Harry of his title.
It finally happened. The royal line has been crossed, and this time, there's no going back. Overnight, the palace made a move that stunned the entire world.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have officially been pushed to the edge of royalty itself, and now whispers inside Buckingham suggest the king has made a decision that could change everything, because after years of silence, leaked calls, and explosive interviews, the crown has decided it's time to strike back, not with words, but with power. What began as quiet updates to the royal website has spiraled into what insiders are calling the final reckoning, and the shocking part? Harry may lose far more than his titles. He might lose his place in royal history altogether. When the palace updates its website, the world usually doesn't blink. But this time, it sent shockwaves through Buckingham and beyond. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle officially bumped down the royal pecking order. And that's only the beginning, because according to palace insiders, a storm has been quietly brewing behind those gilded gates. A plan that could permanently change the future of the Sussexes. Apparently, senior royal officials have been working behind closed doors to strip Harry of his titles. The news hit like a thunderclap, reigniting the royal drama everyone thought had cooled off. But this time, it's not gossip, it's official business. The BBC broke the story. A formal review of royal titles for non-working members has begun, and while that line might sound diplomatic, the meaning behind it couldn't be clearer. Harry and Meghan's royal identity is hanging by a thread. Within hours of the report, flight trackers spotted something unusual. A private jet leaving California bound straight for London. On board? Prince Harry, alone. No Netflix crew, no Meghan, no smiling PR photo ops. Just a tense Duke of Sussex heading back to face the one institution he's been avoiding for years, the palace itself, because this time, the gloves are off. It all began early this morning when Buckingham Palace, in its usual cryptic tone, confirmed that a constitutional review of royal privileges and honorary titles had begun under the Privy Council's supervision. Translation, they're deciding who truly deserves to keep their titles and who doesn't. Let's be honest, everyone knew exactly who that was about after years of explosive interviews, best-selling memoirs, and Netflix documentaries that left the monarchy battered. It seems the palace has finally decided to respond, not with statements, but with action. What shocked people most wasn't the announcement itself, it was the timing. Just days before, King Charles held a private meeting with senior advisors at Clarence House. Insiders say the focus was streamlining the monarchy for the modern age, and in royal language, streamlining is code for cutting people off. Minutes after the palace statement, reporters swarmed Windsor and Kensington for reactions. Prince William's spokesperson, as always, gave the classic no comment. But behind the scenes, insiders say William was deeply involved. According to one royal source, William believes the monarchy can't survive if royal titles are used as branding tools. This isn't about revenge, the insider added. It's about protecting the crown. But for Harry, it feels like payback. Imagine being the son of a king, watching your name, your children's future, and your royal identity debated like a corporate asset. According to sources close to the Sussex circle, Harry lost it the moment he saw the BBC headline. He stormed out of a meeting at their Montecito estate, grabbed his phone, and made a direct call to his father's office. The response was chilling. "His Majesty will see you when you arrive, sir." Translation, "Don't argue from California. Come home and face it." And that's exactly what he did. By mid-afternoon, the Sussexes' jet left Santa Barbara under tight security, headed for Heathrow. Within minutes, the press frenzy ignited. Prince Harry flying back amid royal title crisis blared across every network. But this review didn't appear out of thin air. It's been simmering for months, ever since Harry's memoir Spare hit the shelves. The book didn't just lift the curtain, it burned it down, revealing betrayals, private conversations, and royal tensions the monarchy had fought to conceal. Then came the Netflix series, where Harry and Meghan painted themselves as victims of palace politics while simultaneously building a brand around royal fame. To many within the establishment, that was the ultimate betrayal. Even palace aides who normally whisper in private began using words like untenable, damaging, and disrespectful. When Charles took the throne, insiders say he hoped to keep peace. to give his son time to find balance. But the scandals kept coming. The near-catastrophic New York car chase, questionable business deals under Archewell, and growing frustration that Harry and Meghan were trading royal secrets for Hollywood relevance. Eventually, the palace had enough. Adding fuel to the fire, a recent podcast moment where Meghan casually said she didn't grow up knowing much about the royal family reportedly infuriated the staff. Many remembered how she'd once studied biographies and even practiced her first curtsy. To them, the comment wasn't naive, it was insulting. That's when sources claim King Charles finally said enough. But this time, it wasn't just about family pride. It was political. Members of Parliament, particularly in the House of Lords, began quietly pushing for legal clarity over what non-working royals can and cannot do with their titles. One MP was even quoted saying, "If you want to live as a private citizen, then live as one. But you can't play prince when it's convenient." Ouch. Reports suggest a titles regulation bill is being drafted, one that could give Parliament, not just the monarch, the power to revoke titles, meaning Harry's future, and even that of Archie and Lilibet, could soon rest in the hands of elected officials. No wonder Harry got on that plane.
Meanwhile, in California, Meghan was reportedly stunned, but not surprised. According to Hollywood insiders, she immediately called her PR team and legal advisors to prepare for the fallout. Because if there's one thing Meghan knows, it's how to control a headline before it controls her. But this time, the palace wasn't playing the PR game. This wasn't gossip. It was law. A formal review backed by Parliament, endorsed by the King, and supported by the heir to the throne. As Harry's jet crossed into British airspace, tension spread through London. Reporters camped outside Clarence House. Helicopters circled Windsor. Even the BBC switched to rolling coverage. Public opinion split in half. Some believed Harry deserved the consequences, others saw it as cruelty from an institution that couldn't forgive. But for Charles and William, this wasn't personal. It was about preserving the monarchy's legacy. When Harry finally landed at Heathrow, cameras flashed like lightning. He ignored reporters and headed straight for Clarence House, where his father was waiting. Inside, the air was thick with tension. Sources say Harry, visibly shaken, demanded that Charles stop the parliamentary discussions immediately. But Charles, ever calm, ever kingly, refused. "This isn't just about you, my boy," he reportedly said. "It's about the future of the crown." The distance between them, once measured in miles, suddenly felt endless. Harry pushed back, insisting he was still a prince by birth, still Diana's son. But Charles's reply cut deep. "You can't have it both ways. You can't reject the institution and trade on its name." And then came the real explosion. Prince William walked in. He wasn't even supposed to be there, but he wanted to make his position clear. Harry accused him of orchestrating the title review behind the scenes. William stayed calm, but his words hit like thunder. "You wanted freedom, Harry." Well, this is what freedom looks like. Harry snapped. He accused William of betrayal, of turning Diana's legacy against him. But William's answer was cold. "Don't use Mom as your shield." "You lost that right when you sold her story to Netflix?" Silence, the kind that breaks hearts more than words ever could. By the time Harry left Clarence House, his face told the story, drained, defeated, and deeply hurt. Back in Montecito, Meghan was furious. Insiders say she called her team within minutes. Frustrated that Harry had gone alone and that the palace had leaked details first, she reportedly told a friend, "They're cornering us. This is how they destroy people." Within 24 hours, a source close to the couple released a statement to People magazine. The Duchess is saddened that conversations about family titles are being weaponized when there are far more important issues in the world. It was classic Meghan, calm on the surface, strategic underneath, but the world wasn't buying it this time. Hashtags like #strip. The titles trended across the UK, while #Leave Harry Alone caught fire in the US. Even the Sussexes' most loyal fans were divided. The Daily Mail called it the Rebel Prince's Day of Reckoning. The Telegraph dubbed it the Crown's Quiet Coup, and The Guardian dropped the real bombshell. Leaked drafts of legislation designed to revoke royal privileges from non-working royals. This was no longer palace politics. It was history in motion. Then came the final blow. Late that night, Buckingham Palace released a statement confirming that the title review was advancing with cooperation from both the Crown and Parliament, and that no individual is exempt from the process. That single line sent the media into overdrive. For the first time ever, it was official. The Sussexes' titles were on the chopping block. By morning, every British front page carried the same headline, "Royal titles in peril. Harry returns too late." And in California, Meghan reportedly broke down in tears. "They can't take that from my children," she cried. But as one royal aide quietly said, "The monarchy doesn't take, it corrects." And this correction may be the most defining one in modern royal history. Because as the world watches, the countdown to the end of the Sussex titles has officially begun.